been a little bit, hasn't it, since I've last done a stream. Actually, how long has it actually been? It has been over a week at this point. Jesus fucking Christ. Hello, Nettle. Hello, Gruesome. Hello, Andy. Hello, whoever AI covers is. Hello. At least you got a new face around here. Anyways, how is everybody on this fine, what is it, Tuesday? One thing I will say is I legitimately do not have much of a plan for this stream other than to take a look at the recent videos uploaded by Carl and Mudahar about the open hand shit that's been going on. And potentially get into a game that someone has been begging me to fucking play for a while now. Anyways, let's see here. Very good, I just woke up. Alright, fair enough. I guess this is a great way to start your morning, or whatever the fuck time it is for you. Avoiding responsibility is like a plague. Isn't that just basically anyone at this point? That's just a human experience. Got some projects I should work on for tomorrow. Hopefully I find the time to at least get those finished at some point. And speaking of projects, the script for the big one, trademark, is, well, finally Section 3 of that shit's finally completed. Took fucking long enough. Now there's still like 3 more sections of the script that I still need to finish up, but hopefully none of those will be nearly as fucking long as Section 3. And the thing is that the script, as well as some of the other recording that I need to do before even making the script, that's only a small portion of what I even want to get done with the video. There's still a bunch of other shit that I want to potentially get in. Probably work on my commissions too. Shit, man. Again, hopefully you guys find the time. What's the video about? Well, I did literally bring it up within my most recent Lethal Company video, so I might as well just fucking spill the beans right here in this stream for those of you who haven't seen that video yet. It's basically a redoing of the one-shot retrospective that, well, in about 10 days I will have made it 2 years ago, so, yeah. So that's basically what the video is going to be. Just redoing that because I don't feel like I went in depth enough within my initial video, so decided to wipe everything from, you know, my one-shot saves, start completely fresh, and literally investigate absolutely fucking everything in the goddamn game. Yeah, what is it, Andy? You're gonna short-circuit my brain with that one fucking word. It's on my random channel, my bad. Oh. Oh, wait, AI... Oh, wait, were you... Wait, Azul, were you AI covers? Made videos on Portal with RTX on Steam Deck. That sounds funny. I made that channel when I was bored. Jesus Christ, that fucking that fucking threw me for a loop. I was just like, who the hell is this guy? We just got another new viewer. But Yeah, that's basically what the video is going to be. So, yeah. And considering how in-depth I plan for this redoing of this video to be, you can basically guarantee that it's going to be much longer than the original. And I plan to have a bunch of shit in it, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, the script is, I guess, technically halfway done at this point, so that's good. Anyways, other say before I'm going to plummet down into the void. What the fuck do you expect me to do there? Anyways, hang on. 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. What the fuck? Okay, well that's a first. Usually it doesn't do that right off the bat. Usually I have to fuck around with it in order to actually get it to display on the screen, but holy shit, it actually functioned properly for once. That's a first. Have you seen the GTA 6 trailer? No, I have not, actually. I've been seeing a lot of people fucking talking about that. Maybe I'll take a look at that on stream. Oh, fuck it. Let's just take a look at that first. Let's see here. GTA 6 trailer. Apparently, this is a thing that exists now. Of course, the actual fucking trailer itself is not actually at the top here. Can I please just fucking throw myself off a cliff? Okay, can I... Where the fuck is it? Is it actually out yet, or... Where is it? Oh. Oh, there it is. There it is. GTA 6 Trailer 1. I'm assuming this is it. What's your take on Youngye's backlash on the English dub of Kazuma Kiryu in, like, a Dragon Gaiden? I think that, Youngye is a fucking pussy. Motherfucker is the actual definition of, can dish it out but can't fucking take it. People criticize him for his shitty voice acting and fucking, like a dragon, and he suddenly becomes an actual fucking puddle of shit. French people taste weird? Fuck is that supposed to mean? Just... Okay, anyways, fuck. Already getting way too off track. Okay, what do we got here? Listen, I've never played... Actually, no, fuck. I guess technically I did play one GTA game. Never really got into it, mainly because when I got it, my PlayStation 3 was starting to completely fuck itself, so... Yeah. But, yeah, let's see what we got here. Alrighty, looks pretty nice. I'm liking the...
Do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
Oh my god, okay, I just suddenly remembered something, and I saw this earlier today, and Mischief was memeing on fucking Keemstar about this shit, but apparently fucking Keem Gnome was going absolutely wild over the fact that, you know, there's literally just like one fucking weird schizo rant on Reddit that Keem decided to use as like a fucking source for apparently the first female lead in a GTA game is apparently a trans character, and there's literally no fucking evidence backing it other than one fucking maniac on goddamn Reddit of all things. I just felt like I had to point that out because I just suddenly got a fucking flashback to like 3 hours ago when I fucking saw that. Which I guess at that point it's just another average fucking drama alert L at that point, but I mean it's just funny. Maniacs want everything but women. Fucking true. Oh yeah, there was another post on fucking Twitter as well where there was like someone having a goddamn meltdown over the fact that a fucking GTA game has, well, pretty much everything that you would expect from a fucking GTA game. You know, basic... Shut the fuck up, headphones. Jesus fucking Christ. But apparently there was like someone on Twitter having a fucking schizo meltdown over the fact that a GTA game was a GTA game, apparently. Man saw fucking, like, you know, a girl in a bikini and immediately fucking went frothing at the mouth like a rabid animal and went to Twitter. Like, at that point, I'm just wondering if those kinds of, like, people even like women. I guarantee you that guy, if you went up to him and asked him his sexuality, he would probably say he's the straightest man on planet Earth. Meanwhile, he's freaking out over tits in a video game. Live reaction when women... We can't have women in video games! What do you mean? Remember that meme with Across the Spider-Verse when someone said something along the lines of, since Gwen is canonically trans, even though there's zero evidence to support it? I mean, yeah, true. There isn't really too much evidence to, like, support, I guess, that. It's more just like a fucking headcanon at the end of the day, but I mean, like, you know, some of the subtle Easter eggs are pretty nice to see, at least. No, they are homos. Jesus Christ. She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. The evidence was part of the color design that'd be there for years. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I still remember that entire thing. Probably my favorite part of the entire discourse surrounding all of that was the simple fact that a bunch of fucking stupid chuds were freaking out over the fact that people decided to make it a headcanon. That was probably my favorite part of the discourse. Was just seeing a bunch of fucking sweaty neckbeards freak out over the fact that people decided to headcanon it. Children, avert your eyes. I probably should have led with that. Children, avert thy vision! My eyes! This is all so Florida coded! I don't remember exactly, like, where the GTA series actually takes place. Does it, I can't remember. Does it, doesn't, like, one of them take place in, like, fucking, some sort of, like, Miami-type area or some shit? I can't fucking remember, man. You can tell it's Florida because the alligators. How'd you react if you saw someone say this? I have no interest in PC gaming because I prefer physical media. I mean, that's certainly an opinion that someone can have. It's kind of a stupid reason to, you know, dislike a certain platform over another platform, especially considering the fact that other platforms also have digital media like, you know, PC. In fact, a lot of fucking consoles are moving more towards digital media, so eventually physical media is just going to be a thing of the fucking past. And personally, I don't really care too much about that. If that's what happens, then that's what the fuck happens, and if physical media still remains even 20 years from now, then, well, hey, that would sure as hell be a surprise to me, but that would also be pretty cool.
Well, look who's back.
Why? Okay, wow, the one time in which there were fucking subtitles. The future is now, old man. God damn it, I fucking hate... Fucking 20-year-old boomer doing a goddamn live stream, aren't I?
The only way...
Now that's an easy way to break your arm. I'll go fucking throw myself off a cliff now.
we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
GTA 4 was based in New York, GTA 5 was based in Los Angeles, another was based on Miami, and I don't know about the others. Okay, so I was at least correct about one of them taking place in some sort of Miami-type area. So at least one of them took place in Florida. Maybe this one also takes place in Florida, I don't know. I mean, there's so many fucking alligators, I wouldn't be surprised. Hello, what'd I miss? We're just taking a look at the GTA 6 trailer real quick. So far, it looks pretty good. Will I get it? Fuck if I know at the end of the day. I've only, like, played one GTA game and didn't really get too far into it because that was when my fucking PlayStation 3 started to, like, completely fuck itself in the ass. So, I mean, like, yeah. But yeah, overall, I will in fact say, pretty good. Looks pretty good, looks pretty wild. Pretty much has about what I would have expected from a GTA game, so, hey. And of course, it's also making a bunch of idiots on fucking Twitter seethe, so that's another thing that I enjoy. Mid-Theft Auto. Eh. I mean, I just don't really have too much of an opinion on the Grand Theft Auto series because, well, I barely even played it, to be completely honest, so can't really say too much. Anyways, hello, Thog. Anyways, let's get into this one. Carl. Because we got a few videos that I want to take a look at here that have been recently released by Carl and Mutahar here about the open hand stuff, and we're going to be getting into that first. And if there's anyone else has anything, anyone else has anything that they want me to take a look at, then I guess either, like, send it in the chat or, like, ping me in, like, video suggestions on the Discord if you're in there. We'll take a look at those, and then we might get into a game. A very funny game. Alright, see ya, Andy. Take care, buddy. But, yeah, let's take a look at this. What do we got here? Now, will you properly function? Is a real question.
Hello, you absolute legend.
Might have to just slightly increase the speed here. Okay, let's go.
Just over 2 weeks ago, I released a video covering the Open Hand Foundation, the charity organization that was created by the YouTuber The Completionist and his family. I outlined how in 10 years of operation, the Open Hand Foundation has not contributed a single dollar of the money that it has received from the public.
Okay, that's way too fast for me to actually keep up with. Jesus Christ. Why is it that whenever I decide to speed someone up, half the time it's someone that already talks fast enough? Jesus Christ.
Despite the fact that the completionist, named Gerard Khalil, has been saying for many years it had been supporting various charities.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way, that was already a fucking problem to begin with, man. Like, hey, we're gonna be donating to all these different charities. Meanwhile, someone decides to fucking look into it. And sweet splendorous fuck all has apparently been done. Impossibly loud warhorn. Hello there, Neil. How you doing?
And so, we just, every year, we try to raise as much money as possible, and then we go work with, you know, Alzheimer's Association of America.
You know, I saw this as, like, a comment. I don't remember whether it was on one of Carl's videos about this situation or on one of Muda's videos about the situation. But, I remember seeing a comment on the situation where someone said, it's bitterly ironic that, you know, Carl himself has completely forgotten to donate, to, help with Alzheimer's research. Like, if you just think about that, it is it's a dark joke, but dear God, the irony.
University of San Francisco, Association for FTD, which is what my mom had, FTD. So we've like worked with big and small organizations across the board.
According to the tax filings, the Open Hand Foundation was sitting on over 650,000.
Don't worry, I forgot about that insult! Why my dementia hasn't affected me as a person? By me. Why my dementia hasn't affected me as a person? By me.
$1,000 worth of donations it had received. And when me and Mutaha spoke with Gerard, he assured us they still had all of the money and were ready to donate it.
However, they have done absolutely fuck all since the video, apparently. In fact, from what I've heard, Open Hand and Carl, or not Carl, fuck, fucking, you know, fucking completionist over here, I've already forgotten what his actual name is, you know, the completionist over here and the Open Hand Foundation and all that shit, they've been completely fucking radio silent the entire time, which does not help their case. Like, they have done absolutely nothing. And everyone is begging them to just, like, fucking send the money, but apparently all this new information is, like... It changes the narrative from them just being really fucking neglectful when it comes to donations to apparently some real fucking criminal shit.
However, since that time, nothing has happened. Gerard and the Open Hand Foundation have been radio silent since my video dropped. We have...
Well, I mean, outside of that one idiot that was apparently a representative of Open Hand attempting to fucking take down, like, Carl's first video about this situation, by issuing a privacy complaint, which, went about as well as you could imagine. That's probably the only thing that Open Hand has actually done, and once again, it didn't exactly make them look good. Have you played Slayer's Testament, a Doom 2016 demake mod for Quake 1? No, I have not, nor have I even fucking heard of it. Jesus.
have had no confirmation the money still exists, no confirmation it has been donated, and it more or less seems like they are burying their head in the sand and ignoring the situation.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is kind of what they've been doing. That and also basically just digging their own fucking graves. Little Tay's hiatus was more interactive with people than this. True!
Hoping it blows over. The silence is deafening, but I think there is a very good reason why they are hiding. There is more to this story than meets the eye, and the situation is much worse than we had previously let on. In my previous video, I spoke about Indieland, the charity marathon hosted by The Completionist, but Indieland isn't the only charity event that Open Hand runs.
I remember when I first heard this line from this video, I just straight up did a double take, and I was just simply like, oh! Oh, so they weren't just scamming with one event? Also, I'm sorry, but can we take a moment to fucking appreciate this? Can we take a moment to just appreciate the clown makeup? Can we take a moment here? Everybody, can we take a Oh my god. Looks like Post Malone! Postpone Malone. Oh my god, that is gold. That is fucking gold. Oh my god. Sorry, I just felt like pointing that out since I just noticed that, but, yes, Sky, you are very much correct. Very fucking fitting. Because he has effectively made himself look like an actual fucking turbo clown throughout this entire situation.
In fact, it's only half of the story. Openhand also holds a charity golf tournament, which pulls in tens of thousands of dollars in sponsorships every year.
I swear, whenever there's a charity event that involves golf, it's either a really good event or a really shit event. There is no fucking in between, I swear. Whenever I hear of a charity event involving golf, it is either a massive scam or something that actually fucking goes somewhere. I have never seen any in between with that. It's a fucking crapshoot whenever it comes to, you know, a fucking golf charity event. I swear to God.
And the interesting thing...
Oh, hello there. Finally I'm able to make it to Alive. Also, by the way, love your avatar. Thank you, you're a new face. Hello there, probably just call you Ark here. Is that fine? Because I am not sure who you are. But, hey, welcome aboard. We're just taking a look at the videos released by Carl and Mudahar about the open hand situation. And then afterwards, unless other people have some other things that they want me to take a look at beforehand, we'll probably be getting into a game that one person has been groveling at their knees, begging and praying for me to play.
About the money the golf tournament raises is that it seems to disappear.
Okay, I'm sorry. I already lost where the fuck I was in this video. Jesus Christ. I get way too easily distracted. I hate that. I wonder what game that is. Yeah, it only takes a genius to figure that one out.
Tournament, which pulls in tens of thousands of dollars in...
You know what's funny? You can beat Bloodborne just by dodging left. Does that also apply to both Dark Souls and Demon Souls PS3 to some extent? Listen, the only Souls game that I've actually fucking gotten into playing is Elden Ring, so I literally cannot fucking tell you anything on that. I wish I could confirm, but unfortunately, that is a question for greater philosophers than I. I'll try and get some more people up in here. Alright, bet.
Sponsorships every year. And the interesting thing about the money the golf tournament raises is that it seems to disappear.
I think what probably makes this, like, particularly bad is that, like, yeah, sure, it's bad enough that you're, like, taking away money from just, like, random people who are donating for a good cause, right? But this is money from sponsors, like, you know, some big dogs, if you will. And they are just yoinking that shit and doing splendorous fuck all with it. I mean, I guess in their case, you know, their grabby hands are just rated E for everyone, huh?
Fans of the completionist who rushed out to defend him tried to claim that because Gerard hadn't spent the money, it wasn't stolen. But in my opinion...
I'm sorry, what the fuck kind of defense is that? Fuck kind of defense is that? Ah, yes, he didn't spend the money on anything else, so I mean, it's not really stolen. My brother in Christ, if he has gained money from, like, other people, and he doesn't use it for its intended fucking purpose, yes, it's stealing! Yes, people actually fucking defended him. I think literally one of them, was, fuck, what was his name? Fucking, Pro Jared. Fucking, you know, deciding to chalk all of this shit up as just, like, you know, average petty YouTuber drama. And here's the thing that pisses me off when it comes to people like that who decide to water down, like, actually serious shit to just, oh, it's petty internet drama. I made a video about some other fuckwit, you know, a couple years back during the Creepshow art situation who decided to completely chalk all of that shit up to just, you know, oh, it's just average petty internet drama for me to make a video about, okay? When that was a situation involving some, well, criminal shit going on. And it's the same thing here. It's basically just criminal shit. Wasn't ProJared a wife beater? I literally cannot remember for the life of me the fucking controversy revolving around ProJared. I'd probably have to catch myself up on that one, because that's like one of the few situations I did not bother to follow along with. Although, you know, I mean, fucking wife-beater YouTubers at this point, like, that's narrowing it down very little at this point, which is scary to think of.
Opinion, this is misguided.
Apparently those are proven false claims, I might be wrong. I mean, again, I genuinely couldn't fucking tell you, so, yeah.
Not only because this argument is nonsensical, I mean, if I steal $100 from you and don't spend it, I've still stolen it.
Exactly! That's just what I fucking said! Isn't that literally what I fucking said? Didn't I literally just say, oh, if I just yoink, you know, some money from you and then don't bother to use it for what I said I was going to use it for, it's still stealing? Can a game look too real? I'm referring to a game called Unrecord. That's definitely a question that is for some actual philosophers at that point. I'm probably the last person you'd want to ask when it comes to something like that. So, yeah. I couldn't fucking tell you, man.
It's money you no longer have, and I obtained that money through illegal means. But aside from that, I do believe the Khalil family have been stealing tens of thousands of dollars each year from charity donations on top of the fraud committed through Indieland. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. In my previous video, I didn't include a sponsor, because this is a serious situation.
Oh, right, he has a
there was
fucking
hefty
sponsor in
sacrifice
there. Let's skip ahead
for
here.
vehicles and much more. This is only available.
Listen, Carl, I fucking love you, but we're not gonna listen to a sponsorship segment. We're just gonna get to the actual meat of the fucking video here. Sorry, buddy. I mean, I know if I somehow, for whatever godforsaken reason, end up getting sponsors, I'm probably gonna end up doing the exact same fucking thing, but like, come on, buddy. We gotta get to the meat of the fucking thing here.
2018, but since 2003, the Khalil family has been hosting a yearly golf tournament called the PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge. PBD West is a business founded by Gerard's father, Charles Khalil, in 1992. Now, despite the Open Hand Foundation website saying it has been fundraising since 2003, there is no record of the Open Hand Foundation existing before 2014.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
It was registered as a non-profit. If you look at photos from the golf tournament before this time, there is no mention of Open Hand. In contrast to 2015 on...
So wait, they were basically doing this entire thing even before they decided to set up Open Hand. That's gonna be a yikes from me, buddy. That is a terrifying thing to think about. Because if this is like a repeated pattern, if they had literally been doing this even before they decided to set up Open Hand, then like, Jesus Christ, that is... Again, that fucking sucks.
Onwards, where signage clearly states it's benefiting the Open Hand Foundation, earlier years simply showed that it was benefiting frontotemporal dementia.
Well, that's unfortunate phrasing right there. Yeah, yes, we're going to be benefiting the disease. We're going to be putting money into making this disease worse, ladies and gentlemen. You guys heard of dementia? Now get ready for dementia plus. Dementia prime.
I assume they meant to say they were benefiting dementia research and not dementia itself, as that is quite a strange thing to say. No one can...
Told some friends hopefully can make it. Gotta help out smaller channels. And congrats on 1.05k subs. Hey, thanks, man. It's a bit of a recent milestone that I've reached, but hey, I still cannot express just how fucking grateful I am for even reaching that. And I'm just surprised I even managed to even get to this point. Reminds me of that screenshot of John Cena surprising his kid with cancer. Oh god! Oh wait, no, I think you're thinking of John Cena says, "You can't see me" to a blind kid. I think that's what you're thinking of, but god, that is fun. God, I hate laughing at something like that, but it's just funny.
Can possibly know where that money went from these golf tournaments before send stands and have their employees play in the tournament. It seems to be mainly used as a networking or social event. On its website, the PBD West Cup even tells us.
Wow. I think probably... Again, it's kind of like the, what the fuck was it, like the misspelling of San Francisco that, you know, Mudahar pointed out within his first video about this open hand situation. We got a similar thing going on right here. Like, they put the $sign in front of all of these other numbers here, but for some reason 8,000 and 7,500 are just... They just completely fucking forgot to actually put a $sign in front of there. I know it's like a small thing, but it's something to just keep in mind, because it's like one of those telltale hallmarks of something being a fucking scam. But yeah, all these like different fucking sponsorships here, like all the way up to 10 fucking grand. Jesus. I love channels like yours, always celebrate the small milestones, always heartwarming seeing channels, thankful for even the smallest of things. I mean, I was thankful even when I reached fucking 500, dude. Like, it is something that, like, I'm just still blown away by the simple fact that, like, I even reached this entire point. And, as of right now, I'm trying to help out some friends and family of mine who also have, some, YouTube channels. Like, for example, my dad, who, you know, let's fucking go here. He has his own channel where he does like food reviews. This is him right here, Dustin Goblin. You can go ahead and check him out if you're into stuff like that. He mostly, again, food reviews and like food challenges and stuff like that. That's kind of mainly what he does. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit him up. He is nearing 900 subscribers right now, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm very happy for him. I sent the image in general chat. All right, bet. Let me check. What do we got? Oh, okay, that's okay. I'm sorry. I was just thinking of a different meme that I saw earlier today. Okay, never mind. But I did see like a meme earlier today of like fucking John Cena apparently saying, "You can't see me" to a blind kid. And that just made me fucking laugh my ass off. But yeah, if any of you guys, you know, are interested in the kind of content that he makes, or if you just really want to help him out, hit him up. We're on getting things ready to start up a channel of my own. Gotta love when channels help out the smaller ones is what I'm gonna do as well. Alright, man, hey. I mean, hey, I'm just kind of doing whatever I can in order to help out people that I know. Sub to him too, by the way? Alright, nice. Hello! Hello, Leo, how you doing? Alright. Anyways, to catch you up. I'm experiencing dementia myself right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking open hand. That's what we're taking a look at. That's what we're talking about. Jesus Christ. I'm all over the place today, man. And again, that's kind of why this is just called an unstructured stream anyways, so yeah.
Showing that different tiers give different benefits. Before 2018, this golf cup was the only event raising money for the Open Hand Foundation, so the tax filings should give us a pretty good idea.
Oh, wait, hang on. Fuck. That's something to keep in mind. What the fuck do we got?
It tells us what these sponsorships cost, showing that different tiers give different benefits. Before 2018, this golf cup was the only event raising money for the Open Hand Foundation.
Oh. Yeah, that... Okay. Well, this is gonna be a heavy hitter.
So the tax filings should give us a pretty good idea about how much money it brings in. From 2014 to 2017, filings showed the Open Hand Foundation received between $30,000 to $60,000 per event. This is likely underreported, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's just assume this is accurate. From these years, we can get a pretty good approximation of what this cup normally raises. In 2018, Indieland began, and for its first year, it raised $55,000, at least according to Gerard. This money was also supposed to go to the Open Hand Foundation, so naturally we should see an increase in yearly revenue, which we do. In 2018, Open Hand had a yearly revenue of $113,000. If we assume that $55,000 came from Indieland, that leaves $58,000 from the PBD West Cup, which is in line with previous years. However, something strange happens in 2019.
Oh. Alright. Well, let's see what we have.
In 2019, Indieland raised $109,000, double the previous year. In theory, this should cause a drastic rise in the yearly revenue for the Open Hand Foundation. But mysteriously, revenue hardly raises at all. In the 2019 filing, Open Hand only raised $123,000, which means that somehow the Golf Cup now only raised $14,000.
Wait a minute.
In the 2019 filing, Open Hand only raised $123,000, which means that somehow the Golf Cup now only raised $14,000.
Well then. When are we gonna get smacked in the nuts by this information here? What do we got?
What's also interesting about 2019 is that it's the last year that Indieland, or the Completionist, publicly stated what Indieland had raised in total. From this
Which is very weird.
point on, they make no mention of this, which is strange. You would think a charity event would state how much they raised after it had finished, and they did proudly do this for the first 2 years. But then, as soon as the tax filings became weird, we started hearing nothing. We can deduce how much money was raised, however. From 2020 onwards, Indieland fundraised through Tiltify, which shows the total donation amount. On top of this, all bits, subs, merchandise, and indie game sales were supposed to go to Open Hand too.
And that's why we're here today. Bits, donations, subs, buy the shirt, buy the coin, buy indie games, all that stuff. All of it is going to
My pockets. All of it is going to fucking nothing.
the benefit of helping others for this charity event. So thank you for joining us.
As I just mentioned, Gerard never tells us what these extra revenue sources amount to, but we do get a clue from Indieland lead coordinator Michael Barrett. He refers to an article talking about Indieland 2022, which raised $90,000 via direct donations through Tiltify. The article author uses a different Tiltify figure to state that Indieland raised $80,000, but Michael clarifies that with those other methods of raising money, they actually raised over $100,000. So at minimum, we can add at least $10,000 on top of whatever is raised through Tiltify. However, again, I suspect this figure is likely higher, which is why they don't specify what it is. Now,
Which is, again, very fucking weird that they don't actually bother to state just how much they actually raised after just, like, 2 fucking years. Again, usually charities are, like, all over the place, going like, holy shit, we raised this much money. And then just, like, after 2 years, it's just kind of like, eh. We don't gotta say anything.
Now let's look at 2021. Indieland raised $113,000 in direct donations. Then we take off around $2,000 for Tiltify fees. On top of this, every single year the Syzygy Foundation, the charity founded by Jamie Lee Curtis, gives a grant to Open Hand.
They're even scamming other fucking foundations? Are you kidding me? It seems like what I said earlier just so happened to be correct here. They're just simply like, oh yeah, our little grabby hands for all the money here is just rated E for everyone. Jesus fucking Christ. How do you fucking do something like that?
In 2021, they gave them $25,000. If you add these together, you get around $136,000. But shockingly, for the entire year of 2021, Openhand only received $136,000, which means again, the Golf Cup hardly raised anything at all. But we know
Which does not make any sense, I'm assuming.
that's not the case, because we have photos of every single year the Golf Cup has been running since 2014, and we know how many sponsors they have and what they paid.
Oh.
And not only that, this means all the bits, subs, and all of that extra revenue that Gerard promised us would go to Openhand wasn't sent over either. Now in
Oh boy.
this video, I'm just focusing on the golf tournament, and I won't go into all of the ways the completionist and his family seem to be stealing donations, but I suggest you keep a lookout for an update video by Some Ordinary Gamers, who will
Which we will be taking a look at next, don't worry about that.
release even more information on that very soon. So let's look at the 20...
Charities withhold how much they made is more than likely a scam. It really pisses me off when charities do that and scam other ones. It just shows you what they stand for and think. True, exactly. Hello again, kiddo. How you doing? Anyways, but yeah, that is pretty much... Yeah, if at just like a certain point they just stop announcing how much they make, then people should have started raising eyebrows when that started to happen. That guy that has spaghetti code. Remember me? No, then you are correct. Yeah, I literally do not recognize you, but hey, welcome to the stream.
2021 Golf Cup sponsors. It's had 2 diamond sponsors, which were $8,000 each, 1 platinum sponsor, which is $7,500, and 6 gold sponsors, which are $6,500 each. Just
Okay, bye. Alright then. What an introduction. This chat can get pretty fucking wild sometimes, I swear. But hey, I live for it. Rose showed up and tipped like... Oh god. Reduced to atoms! Alright, anyways, let's see here. Fuck, okay, so... Let's quickly... He showed up and then disappeared in an instant, yeah. He did one fucking hell of an introduction right there. Okay, hang on, I gotta bring up a calculator here. Do we have... Okay, let's whip this one out here. So we have 2 diamond... So that's... So that is... 8,000. So 8,000 times 2. That's already 16k right off the bat. One platinum. So let's add, what is that, 75 it said? Plus 75. Well, 7,500, not 75,000. Alright, we're already getting into some big numbers.
And 6 gold sponsors.
6 gold wow, okay, that's gonna be a number right there. Plus, let's go here. 65k times 6, it said, right? Yep. Not 65k, 6,500. I'm stupid. What do we got here? Yep. There was 30,000 people here, now it's a ghost town. Play Desert Bus on Steam Deck, already the game was boring within a couple minutes. I mean, it doesn't even sound like that fun of a game, I'll be honest. It's a pretty shit name for a game. Desert Bus.
sponsors, which are $6,500 each. Just from those 3 tiers alone, ignoring all of the other sponsors, all of the other registration fees, all of the other money raised from the raffle and auctions, and ignoring any direct donations which should be received during a charity event, we already have a total of more than $60,000.
Alright, well, let's see here. Did we get that? Yep, pretty much. 62K right there. Which is a pretty beefy amount of money. I would kill for that kind of money.
And all of that money seems to have vanished. It certainly didn't go to Openhand, or at the very least, for some reason, isn't showing up on their filings.
Oh. Well, that ain't good.
All of the filings from 2019 onwards show the same pattern. Almost all of the revenue raised can be attributed to Indieland, and hardly anything seems to come from the Golf Cup, despite photos clearly showing it has massive sponsors paying up to $10,000 each.
Yeah, they got some, like, absolutely fucking insane sponsors, like, right there. If I remember correctly, the Legacy ones were 10K, so... That's like 3 right there. That's 30K right off the fucking bat. So that's already like half of what we already just calculated for that last bit. And like doing all the math for like the previous years and shit like that just doesn't fucking... Yeah. The math does not math properly here, and Jesus Christ. There's buses where you drive a bus from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada for 8 hours. That's the entire game. Yeah, how about I just stick my hand into a garbage disposal for 8 hours? I think I'd have more fun doing that. I think I'd have more fun sticking my dick in a pencil sharpener for 8 hours. That would be a much more enjoyable experience than that. That honestly sounds like the most fucking insufferably boring game. I mean, I guess it probably would have one plus, and that would be the fact that it could be very useful for helping you go to sleep. It'd probably work better than a lullaby. Just sit your ass in front of that game, and you'll probably be asleep at your desk within 5 minutes. My ADHD ass would not be able to fucking focus on something like that. If you do, I'm reverting to alcoholism. Don't worry, I wasn't even planning on doing something like that in the first place. Do you think I'm that crazy?
Certainly, tens of thousands of dollars at least in donations every single year are going missing. The question is how and where. Everything raised from Indieland is through electronic means.
Well, okay.
This makes it very hard to hide, and any accountant will immediately pick up a discrepancy between what the bank statements show and what they are filing with the IRS. But the revenue generated from the Golf Cup is different. The website has a page called Where to Send Payment, and it literally just tells you to write a check to the Open Hand Foundation.
Ah, you see, that's where they get ya. That's where they get ya. Yeah, they just go like, hey, yeah, just send a check over. Now, I get it, that's probably a thing that, like, probably some other charities probably do for certain things, but, like... Come on. They already had the ability to do it electronically when it came to fucking Indieland. They couldn't fucking transfer that over to the Golf Cup. I'm pretty sure those sponsors know what electronic, you know, money delivery is. I think they know what that is. I think they know how to do it.
No matter what account the money is going to, however, we know it isn't going.
So we need games that are interactive and challenge my mind, like puzzle games, even Sudoku. Well, those that always need to be learning or doing something, or I'll just die of boredom. I mean, pretty much, yeah, same here. I either need something that, like, makes my fucking brain light up like a fucking firework, or, like, something that actually, like, you know, has me, like, you know, trying to figure shit out. Literally no in between. Definitely not slightly fishy. Yeah, it's not just slightly fishy. At this point, it's the entire fish market. At this point, it's just basically the ocean.
Going to Open Hand. In my previous video, I was very careful not to make claims I couldn't.
Man, they even got fucking Rain World in the... God, they did Rain World fucking dirty knowing this information. Damn it.
Prove. I wanted to make sure that when bringing up this sensitive subject, I didn't come across too aggressive, in order to limit the amount of backlash. But I think at this point, I've uncovered enough to confidently say that something very criminal is happening with the Open Hand Foundation.
And you know what, at this point, I'm willing to agree. However, what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna stop it right there and leave the last 2 minutes up for you guys to take a look at. That is, of course, if you haven't already seen this video, which I'm pretty sure most of you probably have. But just on the off chance that you haven't, here's the video, there's the title. Someone can feel very free to link both of the videos in the chat. Those live streams suck. I mean, that's an opinion that you can have.
You want. Hello, guys.
Jesus fucking Christ, I wish YouTube wasn't such a shittily made fucking website. Alright, anyways, what we're going to do right now is we're going to get into some Udahar's video about this entire situation, which apparently goes way more in depth. Bro, read my name. Yeah, don't worry, I know your name. I was just playing into it a little bit. But hey, welcome to the stream anyways. But, yeah. Let's take a look at some of this and see what we got. Because this is... I've seen Carl's video. I will, in fact, just straight up say it right now. I've already seen Carl's video about this. I have yet to see, Muda's video about this. So, I'm going in completely fucking blind. I have no idea what I'm getting into. I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be fun. For all the wrong reasons, probably, but hey, let's get into it.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and it's been a wild month this month, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like every time around this moment in the year, I always work with another...
Bite the pillow, everyone, we're going in raw! Yep! We're going in raw! Like the WWE Raw!
beloved YouTuber about a situation regarding financial kerfuffles, okay? I remember it was literally around this year, we were doing, like, Save the Kids, we were doing Rubet Invest...
Wasn't, like, Save the Kids, like, something that was organized by, fucking Rice Cuck? I wouldn't exactly call Rice Gum a beloved YouTuber. I think pretty much collectively anyone with, like, a fully functioning brain just sees him as a meme at this point. Like, no one takes him seriously, and no one likes him. Unless I'm thinking of a different scam that was set up by him. I can't fucking remember. Rice Gum was such a shady motherfucker that I just can't remember how many scams he's been involved in. BRB, gotta get some lunch. Alright, eat well, buddy. He's as beloved as a wart. I mean, that's probably putting it very lightly. Fuck, I think I literally made a video about, fucking Rice Gum, like, a long-ass time ago. It was a while ago. It's a bit of an older video. Very old video. God, when was the last time I fucking talked about him? No, not that. Fuck, how long ago was it? And we're going all the way back. 4 fucking years ago. I think this video is unironically like the last time I even mentioned Rice Gum. And what's funny is that, like, Rice Gum was mostly known for calling other people irrelevant, and, well, what the fuck do you know? He's basically become the most irrelevant motherfucker on the internet. So, yeah. Which, I mean, let's be honest here. Who could have seen that one coming?
Investigations. And if you've been following my channel, you've noticed that I've covered Gerard the Completionist and his associated charity foundation, the Open Hand Foundation. So to give you an idea, to recap the story, me and Carl Jobs, another YouTuber, 2 weeks ago started looking into the public 990 PF tax filings of the Open Hand Foundation. We found a glaring discrepancy, which according to those tax filings, the total money they contributed was a whopping goose egg, $0, okay? While holding on to, according to their accounts, $650,000 and above.
Which is a lot of fucking money. They're just holding on to that shit and doing absolutely sweet splendorous fuck all with it for whatever reason.
So just a little over. Now, of course, the Open Hand Foundation is a family charitable organization built in the honor of Karen Khalil, which is...
You know what else? The game Desert Bus has no pause. Yeah, immediately count me out of that game. No fucking pause menu, none of that shit. You have to Alt F for that shit. Yeah, why don't you just shove a fucking, like, you know, cactus up my ass at that point? And just put on a fucking steel wool glove and just put it right up in there.
the late mother of the YouTuber known as The Completionist.
I want to take a dump and find myself dead upon my return.
Also known as Gerard Khalil. So we interviewed Gerard in our initial video drops, where we obtained his side of the story, because that's just how you do journalism.
And well, what do you know, Gerard's side was absolutely flaccid as fuck. Father, what I just hear? Don't worry about it, kiddo. Do not worry about it.
So in this situation, Gerard even told us that the money is still currently in an account.
To answer your question, Carl, I don't have an answer. You know, I think that's my fuck up.
At this point, I don't even think fuck up properly explains just how fucking bad all this is. It is beyond a fuck up at this point. Staring at my screen globber. Jesus Christ.
I have personally donated to AFTD and also...
No, you fucking haven't. No, you fucking haven't. My ass you have.
...association over the years, and that's where, again, I assumed the money was going there to support them as we were talking negotiations.
I feel like I could probably just, like, make a meme out of this one, where it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna have to, like, go around here. Can't remember. Did
Anyways,
he leave
welcome to a brand new
shut
video on
the
this
fuck shut the fuck up, me. No, North did not leave a fucking comment here. Really? Did he leave a comment here? Fuck no. Guess he only left a comment here. That's gonna be the only way we're gonna... Fuck it. I feel... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna play this one. It's like the only one that I can think of off the top of my fucking head here, right here. But I feel like I could just take this and do like a similar meme to like something like this. I'm sorry, it's so fucking quiet. Hang on, I'm gonna have to kill the music for a moment here, so that way people can fucking, like, hear this shit.
Everybody that I was abusive towards my partner, as well as threatened to burn down my home with me and my family, as well as spent over a year trying to completely ruin my reputation.
I feel like I could probably do something similar to this, but just with, like, fucking, the call with the completionist here, like with any moment of like Gerard fucking talking about fucking donating any money. Let's see here. You wanna know what happens in Desert Bus when you get to the end when you arrive in Las Vegas? You only get 1 point. Go fuck yourself. Opinion invalid, you are wrong. I mean, in this case, yeah, this fucker right here would just be 100% fucking wrong.
About working with them, I don't really have a true answer for that, and that's on me completely, and I will own up to that. But, you know, again, it doesn't matter. You guys are going to say what you're going to say, and I can't stop it, but...
I'm surprised no one bothered to pick up on, like, this fucking, like, piece of guilt tripping right here that he decides to whip out here. He's just like, oh, woe was me, you're gonna say whatever you're gonna say, wah, wah, wah. Shut the fuck up, you little baby. Fucking hate people like that, man.
The important thing is that all the money is still in the account. None of it's spent erroneously. It's all above board.
Bullshit.
It's not hiding in a Cayman account or anything like that.
Bullshit.
And that's the thing about 501c is that, like, if I did any of that, the minute I did
Wrong.
any practice of that nature, literally the government would be like, hey,
Wrong.
we're coming after you. And
Wrong again.
that's, you know, at least legally speaking, everything's above board. And I
Wrong
understand that
again.
the question isn't so much legality and so much more
Wrong.
morality in
Correct.
me advertising this event and showing people sponsors and all that stuff.
He even confirmed.
Just own the fact that you suck and move on, man. It's just pitiful. I mean, true. Like, at that point, you might as well... At this point, especially with this information that's just been revealed at this point... Like, at this point, like... At this point, I genuinely don't even think that, like, them donating the money is even gonna save them. Like, they could donate the money, but at this point, like, the damage has already been fucking done. People have already, like, figured out... Wow, they've just been holding on to all this shit and doing fuck all with it for God knows how long. And apparently with this new information, apparently there's just some money that is just gone. Just mysteriously vanished for whatever the fuck reason.
That he had no idea the money was donated since at least 2022.
I knew it was sitting there at a certain point, and that's what made me proactively go about it. Like,
Do you know when that point was?
I was made aware in 2021 when the money hadn't moved yet. And then,
So, at the very least, he had known that the money was just sitting there and doing fucking nothing for 2 years. 2 years. You had 2 fucking years! 2 fucking years! Upon you supposedly discovering this, it took you... And yet you did fuck all? Again, I'm surprised no one fucking picked up on that. He knew that it was just sitting there and doing nothing for 2 years, and yet he has supposedly been proactively trying to look for benefactors for 2 years, and apparently still hasn't found any in 2 years. 2 years. 2 full-ass years. Like, what else do I even have to say right here? He's got that Yandev work ethic! True! He was probably too busy reading emails.
that's what made me go, that's not cool. And that's when I got personally involved to move in. And
Did anyone?
last year, 2022.
Yeah. Did anyone tell you that the money was going somewhere before then? Were you being misled?
No.
And I'm back. What did I miss? Well, me just pointing out a few things that at least I didn't hear anyone pick up on when it came to, like, this entire call between, like, Carl Muda and the Completionist about, like, the initial discovery of the money just sitting in, like, open hand. Like, there was some, like, guilt-trippy shit that he was, like, trying to fucking, like, pull, as well as, like, apparently he had known that the money was just sitting there since at least 2021, and apparently still has yet to find anywhere to donate this money for 2 fucking years. And no one bothered to pick up on that, or at least as far as I know, no one has picked up on that. 2 years. He had 2 years. He had 2 years to figure this out and didn't fucking do anything. You would think that within 2 years he would have found at least a good enough place to donate the money. But no, just nothing. Like, I mean, come on.
No one told me anything. I assumed that it was all going to a charity, and I assumed incorrectly.
And in 2023, he actually held the Indieland event again and started naming charities. In fact, he made it pretty much a common identity that they were going to do whatever they can to donate this money to charities and make sure that the money given to them year over year was going to fight dementia and help assist in its research.
And yet, what happened? Nothing. Sweet, splendorous fuck all.
We are raising money for dementia research in honor of my late mom, trying to help folks who've been impacted by dementia, working with organizations like USF, FTD Association of America, Alzheimer's Association of America, and so many more.
Do our own version of that every year and kind of make it a cool celebration of
Fucking Aztec Cross part of this. Listen, I'm subscribed to Aztec Cross mainly because he made an entire video tearing down Bungie, but like most of his videos like have mostly just been kind of talking up a lot of shit that Destiny 2 has been adding. Like, here's the thing, okay, I don't care too much if you, like, play Destiny 2. I don't care too much if you're, like, a fan of it. I just can't get into it because of just how fucking scummy Bungie is. And how fucking, like, almost proud of it they are. Although, apparently, as of recently, Bungie apparently got fucking possessed by the, you know, the, demon of giving a shit. And has apparently been taking steps to actually try and improve some of the new player experience or something. I might be wrong on that one, though. And hey, people guilt trip and gaslight reminds me of what father has always done to me, my sister's mom, and other people. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, hey, buddy. Sorry you had to experience that in your fucking life, man. To an extent, I kind of understand that. I used to have a friend who would kind of do similar things. Not associated with him anymore. For obvious fucking reasons. So, yeah. But yeah, to an extent, I understand how that feels. And, yeah, it sucks. I mean, hey, for those who have even, like, experienced something like that, were able to pull through and, you know, still stand strong today and potentially be someone who's going out there and trying to prevent the same thing from happening to others, I mean, hey, more power to them. Also in Desert Bus, they made the bus veer to the right on purpose, so if your bus gets stuck in the sand, you'll be towed. Oh my god. Who created Desert Bus? Like an actual fucking, like, sadist? Oh my god. At that point, I genuinely feel like watching paint dry would be more fun. Not just watching paint dry, but watching paint dry on growing grass. That would be a much more entertaining experience than playing Desert Bus from what I'm fucking hearing. Like, Jesus Christ.
games and raise money for, you know, charity. And so he was like, I wish we had a charity that we could donate to. And I was like, oh, I run my own charity called the Open Hand Foundation, and all the money that we aggregate, I started it when I was a young boy with my dad in honor of my mom who had dementia. And so we just, every year we try to raise as much money as possible, and then we go work with, you know, Alzheimer's Association of America, University of San Francisco, Association for FTD, which is what my mom had, FTD. So we've like worked with big and small organizations.
Yeah, having that pointed out, yeah, they're not working with any of those guys. They're just naming charities that they know, and they haven't done fuck all with any of them, have they? Yeah. That's how it be sometimes, I guess. That's just how it be. Guys, I swear to God, we're working with a charity as we speak. What do you mean? What do you mean I said we're still looking? Like, come on.
Across the board, and he was like, it'd be really cool if we did a show all about raising money for people who are making huge headways in dementia research and prevention and all that stuff. And I said, yeah, I'd love to. We have the organization to do it. We just, you know, need to come up with a theme. And so
yeah, we're gonna have it probably next year. No promises, but for those guys who don't know, we had a show last year, and it went great, but it was very expensive, and we TOBG covered the cost of it, but we have kind of a rule of like we want to make sure that like as we do charity events that we're not costing the charity organization or really anyone outside of our awesome sponsors. The guys at FlyQuest who've been so supportive. We want to make sure that the money that we do raise actually goes to charity.
And well, what do you know? So far we have discovered that none of it has went anywhere. See here, it's all good. It's only recently I cut contact in early April. Yeah. I mean, hey, good on you for growing past it and ultimately becoming stronger at the very end. I admire that. Really, from any person. Like, here's the thing, a lot of my friends, or at least like a few of them, have went through a lot of shit in their lives. And like, you know, some of those friends are like, you know, they're still relatively like young at the end of the day. Like, they're still like, you know, around like 16 or 17 or so like that. Like, they're nearing 18 for the most part. And they've went through some real fucking wild shit. And to see that they're still kicking, they're still alive and kicking, and overall stronger individuals, it's honestly just genuinely admirable at the end of the day, and it's just great to witness. And that's really the best I gotta say right there. It's admirable.
And is spent properly. And so, surprise, surprise, hosting a convention-like event is very expensive.
Yeah, apparently so expensive that most of the money from your fucking golf cup tournament just fucking vanishes into thin fucking air. Like, don't get me wrong, it probably is somewhat expensive to fucking do this shit, but I mean, come on, the math just doesn't math properly.
While in reality, the money was never donated, it sat in an account losing its value to inflation, and of course, research was lost over time because it never got paid to be done. So again, what we happened over here, initially looking into it...
On top of that, the highest you can get in Desert Bus is 99 points, so by that point you've spent 792 hours, or 33 days? What the fuck?! There's no way that that's a real fucking game. Okay, hang on. I gotta do some research here. There's no way on God's green earth. Fuck you mean my purchase couldn't be completed? Go straight to hell. I gotta see this. Is this a game on Steam? Desert Bus VR? Why in the fuck is it? Oh my god, this is an actual fucking game. Cult hit mini game? A hit to who? A hit to fucking who? Know what to play then when I'm in my rotting girl era. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I still can't believe that that's an actual fucking game. Wow. You know, whenever I think that the bar can't get any lower for really stupid ideas for games, I am then reminded, almost daily, that the bar can always go below the 9th layer of hell.
Was the organization in writing even told us that they were actively looking for benefactors.
Yeah, they literally even got, like, just, like, a straight-up, like, written confirmation of just, like, hey, we're still looking. Meanwhile, Gerard is going around and saying, oh, yeah, we're sending money to this, and oh, even this one, right here. Fuck off. Probably a hit to people who have no social life. True. I hit too many, my patience. Oh, wait, no, I fucking read that completely wrong. I hit to my patience. Fuck. Yeah, I would not be able to focus on a game like that. I would literally want to drive my head through a fucking, you know, window within 5 minutes.
So you cannot go on a charity live stream like IndieLand and claim and misrepresent that your organization in the public view is working or, you know, getting in touch with some of these named charity organizations.
Yeah,
while
you can't
the back
fucking
end,
do
you write
shit
to
like
us and
that.
tell
Like
us
that is,
you're still looking.
like that is like, isn't that like stating shit like that? That's pretty much just like legally classified as fraud at that point, right? I'm not fucking up my words right there, am I? I can't really remember, man.
For actual benefactors. Again, misleading statements, and it can constitute charity fraud
Oh, okay, well he just straight up gets into it, never mind. I was right.
in the public eye. If somebody goes out there in the public eye and tells you, hey, we're working with so-and-so, but you were just trying to find a charity to donate to all this time, that is basically a false statement. You are misleading people in the public, and that...
Okay then, well, probably just should have let the video play to have that explained to me. Fuck. I'm stupid.
That's where charity fraud gets into the mix. So again, since we made those videos, me and my update video, there was no public statement from either the Khalil family, Gerard, or even their lawyers sending out any correspondence to properly address...
Okay, I'm sorry, Muda, but... Listen, your videos are great. You need to work on your camera work, buddy. It keeps on losing focus. Like, you keep going from, like, crystal clear to looking like you're fading out of fucking existence, my guy. I'm sorry. I just have to point that out. You know, game devs nowadays have dumbed down their games to the point where there's no challenge in Desert Bus. The only challenge is to stay awake from boredom. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from. Although, thankfully, a lot of the games that I play aren't, like, to that extent. Like, a lot of the games that I play just kind of go, like, fuck that. We're gonna go wild. It's a bad game, I appreciate the lack of challenge. I mean, that's you. Obviously, a game like Desert Bus isn't for someone like myself who needs to do something other than probably just hold fucking W the entire time.
This matter. So with each passing day, all the community can do is wonder, is the money even in the Open Hand Holdings account to begin with? Will it be...
Day 15, give it up for day 15. God, I love people's sense of humor, man, especially during, like, situations like this. I did beat Cuphead, though, so I guess you could say I'm a bit of a legend. I mean, hey, haven't played it, heard it's pretty brutally difficult, so... Hey, props to you, buddy.
Be donated to the charities that were name-dropped on live streams and podcasts, and will it happen soon? These are the questions we asked. So yesterday, or maybe the day before, depending on how quick I can get this out and how vetted I can get all this information, my co-investigator, Carl Jobst, had released an update video where he dove further into what he now claims is a scam.
That's why I'll use an avatar when I do YouTube, that and for privacy reasons, because some people are absolutely insane. I mean, true. I mean, I did pretty much, like, recently reveal my face, at the end of, my most recent Herman Smith video. That's when I decided to just do a face reveal, because I was just like, fuck it. I'm at 1K, I promised that I was going to do a face reveal at 1K, and, you know, I just decided to hit him with that. So my face is pretty much out there at the point. Spoiler alert, I just look like a painfully average dude, to no one's surprise.
Carl showed another event in the purview of the Open Hand Foundation, the Convenience Cup Challenge, which is hosted by Power Buying Dealers West. PBDWest.com, a company founded by Charles Khalil. Gerard.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but it just kind of seems like scamming runs in the family, huh? They got the father running some sort of, thing that's heading an entire scam, and now we have Gerard running his own part of the scam. Yeah, by the way, Ark, if you kind of want a little bit of a funny trivia when it actually comes to the avatar that I use, it's actually pretty much the first piece of fan art that I had ever released. And yes, of course, I did ask the artist if it was okay for me to just kind of use it as just the avatar going forward, and obviously they said yes, and you know, that's how we got to where we are today, and it's just kind of become the brand at this point. You know, just the local plague doctor doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. And of course, as of recently, I gotten some more fan art, not just of, you know, myself, but also some, you know, other characters that I've created and are mostly more public on my Twitter account. And of course, as I get more of that stuff, I'll be showing some of that, fancy stuff off within some of my videos. Because, Jesus fucking Christ, artists are genuinely fucking talented people. Especially the artists I've effectively just made friends with at this fucking point. Like, they're just amazing. I guess I could say I'm a bit of an artist myself, but I don't know. I mean, people say I'm getting better, but I mean, to be fair, I guess it is a thing where artists are usually their worst critics. Every 8 hours and Desert Bus is 1 point. Those are the 8 hours? You are getting better, I mean... Again... God, I hate talking myself up, man.
Art's father, the man currently behind the books, the president of the actual organization listed according to their public filings. This was obtained from the state of California's versions of their public filings. So again, ladies and gentlemen, looking further into it, I briefly mentioned the Convenience Club Challenge in my second update video regarding this topic.
Yeah, he did make a second update video, which is where I brought up fucking Pro Jared, like, deciding to dumb all of it down to just petty internet drama. I've already gone on that tirade, I'm not going to repeat it.
And it was the only other listed event next to the Indieland event out there. So again, to understand, Indieland was raising money for the Open Hand Foundation. And PBD West has also been raising money for, as you can guess it, the Open Hand Foundation. If you go to their actual website right now, ladies and gentlemen, the actual page in this case, you can find out that PBD West Convenience Cup, if you look into their pricing tiers for their sponsors, in the bottom right, you can see check payment to, basically write a check to the Open Hand Foundation. And of course, I'm going to block out the address and the numbers so I don't get privacy guideline strikes on my channel.
Yeah, like fucking Carl ended up getting hit with, like, literally the day after, fucking, Muda and Carl released, like, their first videos about this situation. Used to be okay at art, but then I quit for a while and I'm trying to get better again. Yeah, sometimes it just happens, man. I know that feeling. I wish I looked average. I stick out a lot, get made fun of it a lot. I have a genetically rare disease, caused me to have... I am not gonna try to pronounce that, man. I am terrible at pronouncing shit like that. Coffee color, basically, think birthmarks and other things. I mean, I met a couple people like that. They look pretty cool. I mean, hell, like, just at, like, my part-time job, literally I ran into, like, someone who I think has, like, a similar condition. And, you know, they were just kind of having fun with it. Like, they grabbed, like, a, you know, a Squishmallow that kind of had, like, similar patterns to, like, how they looked. They literally, I shit you not, they came up to me and fucking asked me, hey, you work here, right? And, like, they started off with just going, like, you know, it's okay, you can be brutally honest here, but does this look like me? And I was just gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I could see the resemblance. And we both just kind of laughed about that. Like, we had fun. Anyways, gotta go do the dishes. Alright. Be careful, man. Desert bus, there's no other passengers to interact with, no music on the radio, nothing to keep you occupied. Jesus Christ. God! Like, we're going on, like, 2 different fucking circle jerks right now. Like, we're talking about fucking, you know... the completionist and his scammy-ass charity, and then, like, we're also trashing on fucking Desert Bus. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, I love what happens on these streams, man. They're always so funny.
But the idea here is you write checks to the Open Hand Foundation. So again, the money should be going to the Open Hand. So to understand, if you watched Carl's video yesterday, you'd probably...
ADHD anxiety simulator. I don't even think it's just that. It's just, I think the only real challenge when it comes to Desert Bus at that point is just when your ADHD is gonna just kick in and want to throw your fucking VR headset across the room.
Probably realize that what appears on the surface is that there is a pretty glaring discrepancy in the revenue that is reported. It seems that the Open Hand Foundation may be underreporting their actual money, okay? Because there are more multiple sources, and it seems not all the money is properly accounted for. So what do I mean by that? It appears that when we look at the public filings yet again, the money that they raise doesn't actually factor the golf tournaments. So,
which is not very good. Not a good look. Yeah, that number should be higher. Yeah. So it seems like not only are they just holding on to money that was given to them by just like random ass people for like an indie game live stream for several years, but they've also just been pocketing fucking money from like big name sponsors. Which is just, God, how can people just like do something like that and have a clear conscience? Like the only way that someone could do something like this and still have like a clear head is if like they are just genuinely fucking crazy. Like for me, I would never be able to pull something like that off. I could never do something like that. Sheer greed. Yeah, pretty much. Victim mentality is a hell of a drug. Yeah. People with a heavy victim mentality genuinely just make me want to wring their neck, really. Don't like people like that. They suck.
So, especially towards the years of 2019 and beyond. So let's get down into it, okay? So throughout the various years when they hold this event, you can look at various photo streams going all the way back to like 2014, where they actually have some pretty large sponsors like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Monster. You can see their actual main corporate logos dropped right on there. Big brand.
I mean, listen, okay? There's probably going to be a very strong take from me here, but listen. I'm all for fucking over big corporations, right? Like a lot of really big corporations, fuck them, right? I don't like them. They suck ass, and they have a lot of scummy practices. However, you don't do something like that by literally fucking scamming people. There are other ways that you can fuck over big corporations without just straight up saying, oh yeah, we're gonna take this money and put it into dementia research, and then do fucking nothing with it. Like, there are better legal ways of doing something like that don't involve scamming people. Obviously, I won't say them on stream because pretty sure Nestle is probably right outside my window with a trained sniper.
Brands. And what you can actually see here is various tiers that they have isolated these systems by. Now, according to their website, once again, if we look at the pricing for these tiers, you can see that sponsors can place their branding if they pay $10,000, $8,000, $7,500, $6,500, sometimes as low as $300 if you can't make it, but you just want to support these guys. You can have your corporate logo prominently displayed on course.
Nestle wouldn't pay anyone to snipe you out. You'll be fine. I mean, I just gotta be careful, man. You never know.
Signage and the sponsor board. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's just sponsors who basically pay to have this event running, and they write their checks to the Open Hand Foundation. And this isn't even including the raffles that are apparently listed on these foundations and very...
Yeah, it's not even taking into account the other ways in which they're making money. Like, they had those raffles there, they have, like, apparently a fucking auction even? God could only fucking imagine what could be at an auction at something like this. I mean, it has to have at least some worthwhile stuff for it to be just prominently listed as like a main attraction. I'll snipe them first, don't worry. I mean, I'll trust you on that one.
Other sources of revenue, such as ticket sales, and again, this money should be reflected in the actual accounting. Because when we look closer, it actually appears that the only sources of funding that appear are the Tiltify earnings for Indieland and actual donations and grants from recognizable private exempt parties, which we'll look into real quick right now. So when we looked into the actual filings and we looked into this event itself and those various photo streams where we saw all those sponsors and tiers listed, unfortunately, adding those figures up, we don't actually see it accurately reflected in the public filings, which, ladies and gentlemen, might I remind you, is not necessarily legal, okay? To understand,
Yeah, no
if
shit.
all money isn't accounted for in a charity, when you are raising money for the charity, the government considers that to be illegal. That can be fraudulent. That could...
Yeah, you have to fucking announce that shit, especially if you're a fucking charity. Like, you have to announce how much fucking money you're making. You can't underreport that shit, because if they end up catching on to something like that, then... yeah, it's not gonna look good. And apparently, like, Carl has put, like, a thing in the description of his most recent video about this situation, where people can actually issue a complaint to have it legally looked into. Give Sandy the Sundowner armor just in case. I'm fucking invincible! Oh god, I haven't played Metal Gear Rising in fucking forever, man. God.
Could be embezzlement. That could be mishandling of funds, which is a severe illegal no-no. So again, ladies and gentlemen, to understand why this money doesn't appear in the revenue sections for all of these filings accordingly is actually pretty alarming. And to understand, Open Hand actually does claim expenses for that golf tournament as well. In 2023, according to their...
Craziest part about Desert Bus, you know that Andy Warhol movie called Empire? It's an 8-hour movie that's nothing but a shot of Empire State Building. You know, I feel like that would probably be a much more entertaining thing to watch than watch anyone play fucking Desert Bus. Or even just play Desert Bus yourself.
Expense sheet, they listed golf fundraiser expenses for $5,236, showing a direct expense relationship to these events. So another revenue source. So okay, I'm flashbanging you with a lot of information, but to understand, now we have to look at the revenues that are added up once again in these filings.
Hey, Warhol is someone I hate for no other reason other than me being petty. You know, yeah, I can kind of feel that. There are just some people that I just don't like, just for no other reason other than just the simple fact that I just don't fucking like them. Like, there are just a few people in this world that I just kind of look at and just go like, fuck this guy. For no other reason other than just fuck this guy. And they will never know who they are because I will never list their names. But don't worry, it's no one in this chat, that's for damn sure.
Because now there's actually 4 key sources of revenue we have to take account of in order to get the full picture of the situation. One of them is obviously the Indieland raising expenses. So to understand, Indieland happened since 2018. And with Indieland, according to 2018 and 2019, there were some specific dollar amounts. So according in 2018, there was an amount of like $50,000. And when it came to 2019, there...
Everyone has that person they hate for almost no reason, yeah. I think that's just a human experience at that point. You just have it's just that one person that for literally no reason, you just look at, and you just go, screw you. Yo, how's it going? Hey, what's up, Zaj? How you doing? I saw that you uploaded a video earlier today. I took a look at that. Pretty interesting, I will say. The voice changer fucking threw me off, though. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I despise VisiPop, of all people. Yeah, I've been noticing that for, like, the past week, people have just been memeing on... on the fucking writing of fucking, Hell of a Boss, and I fucking love it. I think so far my favorites have just been, fucking... God, what was it? Fucking Minos and Sisyphus Prime, but written by VisiPop. Those have been my favorites so far. Hang on. I gotta fucking... I know I have it in my likes here somewhere. I have to show you guys this, because it's fucking gold. I'm sorry, most of my likes are either just, like, funny art or ferrets. That's just what it is. Oh god, where is it? Please, for the love of God, tell me. Please tell me I fucking have it here somewhere. How far down is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Where? 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 I know I have it somewhere. Oh my god. For the love of God, for the love of fuck, where are you? No, not that, not that. I know I have it somewhere. Here it is. Here for years. So it's going good all sides. I'm kidding, yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I have to show you guys this. This is funny.
This chastity cage to hold me.
I'm sorry. I fucking love these fucking memes, man. They're stupid, but Changer, I imagine my voice like, oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. All right, I see where you're coming from. I've heard of the show, and it sounds like humor is just adult thing funny. Yeah, to an extent, that is just kind of what the show is. I sometimes like take a look at it every once in a while. Some of my friends like it, and you know that's fine. I can at least kind of see why some people enjoy it, but like, you know, for me it's just kind of like a real hit or miss whether or not it's good. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, the show itself is just like, it's either it's good or it's really fucking mid. Alright, see ya, Andy. Like, that's just my personal opinion on it.
Fuck it. I've slept long enough anyway. The brother of heaven has long since forgotten my girth.
Jesus.
I am very fucking eager to make them remember. However, the bodily fluids of that walking glory hole minnow stains your whore hands.
All the Steven Universe fans swarmed to that show? Ah, fuck, yeah. Steven Universe is honestly one of those shows that really did fall off real fucking hard. That's all I really gotta say about it. It just fell off real fucking hard.
And I must admit, I'm curious about your fucking skills, you slutty wires. And so before I tear shit up in that shithole and crush the bitch-ass fucking shitheads of heaven, you shall do us a pre-war quickie. Come forth, promiscuous Nikon, and stick your finger up my ass.
I'm sorry, I find that funny. I just personally find that really fucking stupid funny. My sense of humor is dead, in case you couldn't tell.
There was obviously preliminary earnings based on this tweet of around $100,000. Of course, any amount after that isn't given into its specifics like these 2 years, where the only money that we have to go off of, you know, on the record, is from Tiltify.
Sounds like a whole ass smut fanfic. I mean, that is just hell of a boss for you right there. Do you gotta go. Take care though. Also, bye. Everyone have a good day or night. Alright, take care, buddy. Have a good one.
If you go to Tiltify, they actually have these campaigns still up. You can view how much was raised, and of course...
You ever watched Steven Universe? From what I heard, the community was crazy. Yeah, I think the one thing that I remember about the Steven Universe community is that they literally just decided to fucking send death threats to someone just because they didn't draw, like, a specific Steven Universe character in a way that, like, people liked. Which is just, yeah. Clinically fucking insane, in my opinion.
According to one of the event coordinators, Michael Barrett, you can actually see that this amount isn't necessarily, in some cases, the full accounting. Because according to Michael, there's also merch sales, there's also, you know, earnings from YouTube, you know, subscriptions, super chats, Twitch bits, donations.
Your Steven Universe fandom pushed someone to... I forgot about that. Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, some fandoms are just genuinely fucking insane. Like, clinically insane.
So on and so forth. That also has to get added into the accounting. But remember, these are all separate earning pools from Indieland. The Tiltify campaign does not include what would be earned on YouTube or Twitch. That's for Gerard to, make public to the audience and tell them exactly how much money was raised, and then add that to the open hand revenue, or I guess directly donate it. But we know it's not donated because if it was donated, especially those YouTube and Twitch bits, how can you donate those to a charity but then not donate the rest of the money that was amassed in the Open Hand Foundation? Doesn't exactly make sense that way, and it's...
Yeah, that makes about as much sense as the Earth being flat at that point. Like, and especially considering the fact that, again, as mentioned within Carl's video, they just completely stopped mentioning how much money they raised after like 2 years. It's sketchy as fuck. It's the cutesy content you gotta watch out for. I mean, yeah. The whole point of Desert Bus is that the whole joke is to make a game that's just like real life. Listen, there are ways to make games that are like real life that don't involve literally creating something that would make any reasonable person just want to, like, play in traffic, you know? Cuter content, the cuter the content, the worse the fandom. Yeah, pretty much.
Logical to conclude that that money is also probably still sitting in limbo.
Example, Animal Crossing. Oh my fucking god, don't even get me started on the Animal Crossing community, man. Don't even fucking get me started on that shit.
But it is unaccounted for. For instance, if you look at the Indieland Tiltify campaigns, you can see that they raised $80,000, right? Like something around there. And yes, there are penalties. Depending on if you use PayPal or Stripe or variations of their payment services, the penalties or processing fees can vary. According to Tiltify, you could, in the worst scenario, face up to 5%.
What did that community do? If I remember correctly, there was like this one really, like, fucking stupid YouTuber who quite literally just rallied his entire fan base to go and, like, mass report people who had, like, a specific fucking tree on their Animal Crossing islands. I don't remember the fucko's name, but all I remember is that he's just incredibly fucking dumb. He harassed a girl for having space button hair buttons because she was white. Okay, I didn't hear about that, but that is very fucking stupid.
Processing fees from Tiltify. I'm going to be more charitable than Openhand and just apply the 5% penalty to their Tiltify campaign. So roughly, if you're looking at 80,000, you're looking.
And back. Welcome back, Ark.
Around $4 grand of processing fees, but we'll get into the specifics in a little bit. So to understand, that's one pillar of revenue making right there. Now the second actual revenue source in the situation is the actress known as Jamie Lee Curtis. Now you've probably seen Jamie Lee Curtis on the Indieland streams, but Jamie Lee Curtis also runs her own charitable organization known as the Sanity Foundation, whose filings are, as you can imagine, publicly available. So with publicly available filings, yours truly decided to look at all of her filings, and I found that since 2018, she was actually sending money to the Open Hand Foundation. So,
I mean, the funniest part is that, like, you know, the Syzygy Foundation was actually donating money to a charity that doesn't donate money. Like, God, how the fuck does that even happen? How do you scam another charity and let that sit on your fucking mind? God!
for instance, this is the Syzygy Foundation right here, and you can see that on their actual key employees, you can see Jamie Lee Curtis Guest, Christopher Guest mentioned over here as the actual key employees. And inside here, Control F, we're going to type in Open Hand. Whoa, look at that, boys! The Open Hand Foundation in the name of Karen Khalil. Now here you can see in 2018, she gave $20,000 to this as a charitable
Hello, Road
grant.
Breach.
Now, of course, this is again all public record. These are grants and contribution paid during the year or approved for future payment. And again, if you go to the year 2019, again, Control F, Open Hand, whoa, right here, charitable donation of $10,000.
Gotta go, construction class is starting. Alright, take care, buddy.
So again, if you go to 2020, you type in open hand, you'll find, whoa, $45,000 this year sent over in the name of Karen Khalil. So,
and yet that money just doesn't go fucking anywhere. God, they scammed another charity in this fucking case. How does that happen? Something unrelated, I just remembered and figured people will laugh, but a few years ago someone tried to catfish me by using Markiplier. I'm sorry, that's... Okay, that sounds funny as hell. God, if someone fucking did that to me, that would just be the funniest shit. That I would live for that. I would fucking... That would be a great fucking, like, party-starting story right there. Hey guys, I got catfished by yeah, someone tried to fucking catfish me by... God, I would be laughing about that for years, man. God, that's funny.
So 2021, there's another donation as well too, and you can guess it. She sends the Open Hand Foundation $25,000. And of course, 2022, because why not? She sends, believe it or not, $25,000 yet again. What's another interesting catch for me over here is for the last time we looked into the Open Hand Foundation's public filings, they list themselves as a private exempt organization, as is Jamie Lee Curtis's own Skizizi Foundation, a private foundation. So I looked into this filing from Skizizi, and they list the Open Hand Foundation as a public charity, which is interesting. What is it? Remember, there are actually key differences, and one key difference I found was actually listed on this, LLP website, this legal blog, Foley and Lardner, who wrote, "Can a private foundation make grants to organizations other than public charities?" And it's true, private foundations may choose to make a grant to organizations other than a public charity.
Alright, that's good to know.
For instance, the private foundation you may want to make a grant to, another private foundation, perhaps the recipient is operating a charitable activity, like Indieland, like a golf tournament, you know it, so on and so forth. But this typically means that if a private foundation is making to a grant other than a public charity, it can. Technically, grants to entities other than public charities are taxable expenditures and are subject to a dreaded excise tax. However, a private foundation can make a grant to any organization for bona fide section charitable purposes as long as it engages in expenditure responsibility. So in this case, expenditure responsibility means that the granting private foundation must make an inquiry about the potential grant and guarantee. So again, the private foundation should have some level of diligence that the recipient would follow through and use the grant for the proposed purpose, such as...
Which, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Suzuki actually did. What did you think of the blandest, most redundant thing you've ever done throughout your whole life? Now expand that to 8 hours. Now put your finger in a pencil sharpener. And that's... Okay, I could see what you did there. I know that reference. I fucking know that reference. I fucking know that reference right there. That's a good one. That's a fucking good reference.
Fighting dementia, raising money for research against dementia. The private foundation must make the grant pursuant to a written grant agreement under a guarantee which must agree to use the grant only for charitable purposes and reporting requirements. For instance, the guarantee agrees not to use the funds for things like lobbying, propaganda, political purposes, other costs. The guarantee must deliver annual reports to the guaranteeing private foundation. So again, reading into this situation right here, if a private organization gives to another private foundation, right, private foundation to private foundation, there's actually a lot of paperwork involved with making sure everything's above board. But maybe that's not even required if on paper it looks like you're giving...
I can imagine the Sisyphus meme music just playing over footage of Desert Bus. You know, I could see that too. I could see that too.
To a public charity, despite that public charitable organization representing themselves on filing as another private organization. It's actually an interesting catch, and I want to know what the legality around that necessarily is. She was sending money, okay? So that is one revenue source right there. Now, the third revenue source is YouTube subs, donations, super chats, Twitch bits, subscriptions. Remember, in the Indieland streams, Gerard was very much upcoming and saying any financial contribution throughout YouTube or Twitch would be going directly to charity. That's not money that they were going to be touching. That's money that was going to charity.
All bits, all donations, all super...
And what do you know? It doesn't go fucking anywhere, as we have already fucking figured out. It doesn't fucking go anywhere. It just sits in limbo to do fuck knows what, and apparently some other revenue sources aren't even being fucking accounted for whatever reason, so God only knows what the fuck is happening there.
Chats, all YouTube memberships, basically anything that's tied to donating or subscribing in a financial way to us is going to charity. We're not touching any of it. It's all going for a good cause.
And of course, the fourth pillar, revenue-wise, is the golf tournament. All of these four, pillars is something that we're going to be adding up together and making sure it's reflected appropriately in the filings. If it's underreported, that's a problem, okay? That is actually a pretty massive problem, and one that I hope the IRS and the DOJ take a real hard look at. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do some...
Oh, wow, fucking shirt change right there. It's a new day.
Tournament. All of these four, pillars is something that we're going to be adding up together and making sure it's reflected appropriately in the filings. If it's underreported, that's a problem, okay? That is actually a pretty massive problem, and one that I hope the IRS and the DOJ take a real hard look at. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do some accounting over here, okay? So I isolated 3 years in specific that I'm going to be looking at very, very closely, and I'm going to apply those same 4 patterns or same pillars of revenue sources that I just talked about earlier. So these years in specific are 2019, you've got 2021, and 2022. I gotta look at my notes because, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to sound a little bit convoluted. So let's actually start with this.
Oh
okay?
boy, here we go.
So if we look at if we look at how much money that Open Hand claimed to make in 2019, according to their full filings for that fiscal year ending December 2019, you'll notice that they made $123,000.
Am I the only one who thinks Muto looks like he needs some sleep? You know, I could see where you're coming from. And considering the amount of different things that he fucking covers on his goddamn channel, Jesus Christ. This man really needs some rest. This man has definitely seen some shit that I would probably have non-flashbacks about, man.
$816, okay? So in the 6 figures. Now, at this moment in time, you can actually look and confirm, thankfully, due to the IndieLand tweet that we actually pulled from 2019, where they claimed that their preliminary total earnings were $109,418. Okay, so interesting right there so far. So if we add that, we can see that that's $109,000. And around this time, Jamie Lee's foundation, remember the second pillar of revenue here, her foundation, if we look at what she gave to Open Hand in, again, the fiscal year ending 2019, you can see that she ended up giving Open Hand $10,000, okay? Now, assuming that in their initial tweet they said they maybe added her grant in, which wouldn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm going to be charitable. Look, I'm going to be more charitable than Open Hand and say, sure, let's mix it.
Okay, that's okay. That's a good zinger right there. More charitable than Open Hand. I mean, at that point, that's not even a difficult challenge. You want to know how to be more charitable than Open Hand? Just actually fucking donate money. There you go. That's how you do it.
That in. Now, to understand, we haven't even looked at the golf revenue yet, right? So even if you factored all of it and been charitable, the $109,000 subtracted from the current revenue right now gives them a difference of $14,398. Okay, $14,398. That's the total amount of money that is still unaccounted for. So does the golf charity, account for the remaining almost $15,000? Or sorry, let's be specific, $14,398. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we look carefully at the actual photo gallery for the 2019...
Here we go. Here comes the cup.
PBD Convenience Cup, which, by the way, it is benefiting the Open Hand Foundation. And if we remember, according to their website, they were asking for checks made payable to the Open Hand Foundation. Now, granted, to be very charitable, that website is updated for 2023, 2022, a mix of both. But I have no reason not to believe that the checks weren't supposed to be written out if they're specifically benefiting the Open Hand Foundation. They had an account. I'm sure they asked everyone here to write the checks for this account. Now, if we look carefully amongst all these people having a good time, nice day out, they've got lunch sponsors, they've got people out having fun, and of course, inside these golf carts, if you look very carefully, they've got branding from Monster Energy, Dr. Pepper, Snapple, Coca-Cola. And it's interesting to isolate a lot of these anomalies out, because even if you go further, especially to like this section, you can see that Monster Energy and Rockstar Energy have their own actual tents, and their tents come with drinks too. So again, if we go to the second page here real quick, you can pick whichever monster you want. This is fully on them. They brought everything, their A game. This is an expensive event, okay? And of course, you've got dinner sponsors. So you've got two right here, Monster and Dr. Pepper, the Snapple group. So again, this is like corporate branding. You got Gerard over here, you know, basically speaking to the rest of the pals out here. So if you look into the actual pricing list right here in the open hand site, once again, you can see that when it comes to the pricing tiers, one of them primarily says corporate logo featured on course signage, entrance banner, sponsor board, golf carts. Golf carts is only mentioned in the $10,000 tier, okay?
Ooh. Yeah. And apparently one of them was Monster, as we saw, so there's one, and there was probably a couple more that were on there. Like at least 3 that could be read on that one golf cart there. That's 30K. That is 30K. Staring off into space for a while. I forgot that I was watching the stream. Don't worry. Sometimes that happens to me too, so don't worry about it.
Again, let me just scan this real carefully. So for instance, in this, you've got 1, you've got 7-Up over here, you got 3, 4, Coca-Cola.
That's 50 fucking K! That is 50K! That it just isn't fucking accounted for? Instead of accounting some of the other sponsors as well. That is 50K right there. Jesus fucking Christ. They are rolling with stolen money.
You got 5 brands, okay? So again, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at around $40,000 to $50,000. The tents alone, according to this pricing tier, fall under hospitality, which is $7,500. We saw 2 tents of the minimum, which is $1,500, okay? So again, ladies and gentlemen, that is tens of thousands of dollars. And again...
Yeah, no shit. Tens of thousands of dollars that is just going to fucking nothing. Rolling in the stolen. Yeah, pretty much. Man, the Open Hand Foundation is really just, like I said earlier, it just seems like when it comes to Open Hand, the Open Hands are rated E for everybody in terms of just scamming people. Just scamming regular Joes in a fucking Indie Land competition, scamming big corporations, and even scamming another fucking charity. Like, they're just trying to go after everybody at this point. They're really just trying to, you know, get all those checks, you know, just mark down the check mark boxes, just going like, alright, we scam this, scam this, scam this. Oh yeah, we're having fun tonight, boys! Like, Jesus Christ!
Again, if we look at our math once again here, you'll notice that before we had a difference of $14,398. There is still thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm lowballing, by the way, because you gotta understand, with an event like this, there's also raffles, there's other places where revenue is made.
Yeah, that's just on the fucking low end, taking into all this account. Like, that's just again, that's just the low end of everything. That's not even taking into account the other shit. It just probably bumps it up. Probably a little bit more. Probably not nearly as much as some of the other things. Maybe. I don't fucking know. But, like, at the very least, it is a lot of money that is just not even taken into account, apparently. Like, how the fuck does that even happen? Jesus.
I am very severely lowballing, okay? Enough where I can confirm...
Desert Bus even has a manual that this... has this part that says, no, not an oversight. Does your life have a Listen, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but yes, life does have a pause control. It's called taking a fucking break. There's life's pause control. Shit weighing you down? Just take a fucking break. It's not a full-on pause control by any means, but that's what I would call a pause.
At least based on how they've priced and what sponsorship tiers they've put out. I have lowballed, and they are still... in the land of underreporting the revenue, which again is wrong. Because now the question isn't like, hey, is the money all there? Is how much money actually was raised? Because now we don't even have trustworthy accounting at this moment. So people have said over the course of this investigation that maybe this was just mismanagement. And
Desert Bus devs when they remember sleeping exists. True.
The thing is, it would make sense if it happened maybe 1 year. But if this pattern, the same pattern, crosses to, let's say, 2021, 2022, which is what we're about to look into, at what point is it systemic, ritualistic, okay? At what point does it go from a simple mistake to something that is systemic? When something is systemic, it's more than just a mistake at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
It is called a scam. It's called, holy fucking shit, what is wrong with people at this fucking point?
And again, there have been a history of lies from Gerard's side, especially with our interview to begin with. So the trustworthiness of this character and the entire organization, at least personally to me, is very questionable. But again, I'm not here to speculate. Let's go to 2021 and see if maybe money is also underreported there too. So in the years of 2021, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the actual open hand filings once again, you'll notice that their revenue this year was $136,695, okay? So this is the total amount of revenue that they raised. Now, there's going to be a few people that will say, Muda, what if the golf tournament cost so much money that they actually lost money or broke even? Even if that was the case, first off, it's a shitty fundraising event if they're not actually able to raise money. And
yeah, exactly. Yes, we're gonna make a fundraising event here, but, oh, whoops, it looks like we didn't raise anything. We'll go fuck ourselves then, ladies and gentlemen. At that point, it's not even called a fundraising event. At that point, it's just called an event.
And it kind of goes against Gerard's idea and his, like, ultra, like, principled stance of, I really want to support the right organizations, because his organization would...
Speculation makes a spec out of you and some guy named... Yeah.
literally fall into the exact organization that he never wanted to support if they're not able to make money on these extravagant events. And even if that is the case, if you have, let's say the golf event costs $60,000 to run, right? And it cost, and they made like what, 30,000? So $60,000 to run the event, but they made 30 grand. It wouldn't matter, okay? Because you would still see the $30,000 show up as part of the revenue, right? And the $60,000, if they chose to bill themselves, or if they chose to take costs out of the charity.
Okay, your channel is now become one of my top 3 favorite channels. All right. You know what? I'll wear that like a badge of fucking honor, man.
Would be reflective. It would show up in the cost sections. Remember, revenue is all the money you've made before you start factoring in, oh shit, it cost me more to run it, so now the revenue that I made, I'm actually going into the loss, okay?
Yeah, and apparently none of that was fucking listed at all. Again, that's... Man, the more and more, like, this shit keeps on going on, you just... There are just some people out there that you just shouldn't trust as far as you can throw. There are just some people out there that even I would look at, and I wouldn't even trust them with my left arm if I were to give it to them. And apparently we have another person that's now on that list, and his name is fucking Gerard.
That's, again, the money should still be present in the revenue section. Anyways, let's go to 2021. So, Open Hand made $136,695. Okay, let's type that down. Now, this is the year when Tiltify started to actually, like, be a thing, and they stopped giving, like, exact amounts on Twitter or, like, the YouTube channel as far as I was able to see, and Carl. So, with this, we went to IndieLand 2021, and they mentioned that they raised...
Because of the fact that Desert Bus has no pause, I wonder how many people have crapped their pants while playing the game that stop to get something to eat. Well, I mean, that's assuming that people even played it long enough for them to even, like, have that. I highly doubt that anyone would have played it for that long. At least no one with, like... At least no one with, like, even a regularly functioning brain.
$113,140.
I mean, not saying that I have a perfectly regularly functioning brain. My brain is fucked up beyond belief, let's put it that way. Like, even I wouldn't be able to fucking play a game like that. I would get tired within the first 5 fucking minutes, man.
$36. One also thing that I wanted to mention here was that it wasn't just Gerard's stream that was making money. You also had these other campaigns that were running too. So Barry Kramer, if you click on this, it appears that they were actually running their own campaign through Twitch, and everyone here was just basically pooling money for this thing. I could imagine the people here that aren't, you know, belonging to the Open Hand Foundation from a director standpoint, they should be fucking pissed. But that's not the story here. So this raised $113,146. So I'm going to add that to the notes. And what I did also add here was subtracting 5% at max, right? So 5% of that is $5,657. We are adding the 5% loss just to be ultra charitable. Now, again, I want to just stress that obviously we're looking at these transaction fees. I don't want to make this video and then somebody's going to say that, oh, you didn't factor in a transaction fee. I understand how money works. Obviously, when you work with any of these charity fundraising services, they have their own fees on top. But again, reading what Tiltify themselves have said, obviously a transaction fee could be taken by a third party like PayPal, the Giving Fund, Stripe, Giving Block, depending on what your relationship with them is. But they say when we work with the charity,
I'd rather play Rift Apart over Desert Buzz. That game is awesome. I mean, I've seen some footage of that game. It looks pretty neat. Looks pretty fucking wild. Alright, we're gonna get through just a little bit more of this, and then we'll move on to some gaming here. I'll probably watch the rest of this off stream because I do plan on making a video. It's like a little bit of an update to try and condense a lot of this stuff down because, you know, I made a couple videos about the open hand situation. Might as well add on to that. Because, yeah, this shit's fucked, man.
and their payment account directly, so I would assume the open hand and then their actual holdings, that fee would be whatever their typical transaction fee is, depending on what they may have negotiated with that payment provider. When donations are made, 100% of the donation is then sent directly to the charity account in real time. So here they say
Let me give a better example. I'd rather play Destiny 2 than play Desert Bus. True! Fucking true!
is paid a contribution fee for our technology and services. Charities pay a range depending on their plan with Tiltify. The average Tiltify makes from processing is currently less than 5%. So when they say currently less than 5%, that could be up to 5%, right? Now, depending on what your relationship is, that could be like 1%, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To be very charitable to the Open Hand Foundation, I'm just going to apply a flat 5% loss, because again, I don't know what their contract is, maybe they could be paying less, but again, it wouldn't really matter. If the money goes over what they report revenue-wise, it's just bad. So I'm going to apply the 5% strike just to be ultra charitable over here. There may be a little bit more processing fees applied. I'm not entirely sure there. But again, it can't be much more than the 5% that they're losing, right? Again, without exact specific clause that I can see in their contract, it's hard to exactly pinpoint how much money. It could be more than 5%, could be less. Depends on what it is, okay? So that's pretty much what we're getting down to. Let's get back to the analysis. Then taking away $5,657 gives them $107,489 with some change that should be sent to the Open Hand account. Remember, money that is outside the control of these guys, that, you know, they're not collecting checks or Gerard's not taking money out of the YouTube or Twitch fees to pay for charity. This is money that is sent directly to the account. Tiltify wired this money over because that is basically what is on their contractual side. They have to do this. Now, at this moment in time, Jamie, Lee Curtis's grant for this year, if you look at her foundation, was $25,000, right? Now, you might ask, but Muda, what if that was part of the Indieland money, right? First off, if you look into the Indieland charity, if you click on just Gerard's stream right here, the top donator is Miles Foxling for $5 grand. So this is money that, from what I have to assume, based on everything I've researched, this is money that is wired over to the Open Hand Foundation from Jamie Lee's foundation. So $25,000 gets added to the Tiltify money that they've gotten. So if you add the $25,000, you get $132,489, okay? So this is pretty close to the actual revenue, you know, a few grand off. Now, we haven't even calculated the golf money. Fuck, we haven't even truly calculated the Indieland, merch sales, the ticket sales, the YouTube earnings.
Yeah, that's just the money from, like, 2 different fucking sources at that point, so... Which is already... I already forgot what the number was that was, initially listed that we were showing off here, but... I'm assuming we're probably gonna get to that. That's probably gonna be the point in which, we're going to stop and leave the rest of the video for you guys to take a look at, as well as for me to take a look at off stream, so that way I can, you know, get some notes and make a video about it. Because again, this shit's fucked up, man. Gotta spread the word, yeah.
The Twitch earnings, because remember, Tiltify doesn't touch any of that. That is money YouTube sends to Gerard or the one video game company or whatever their firm is through AdSense. Same with Amazon and Twitch. You can't just tell YouTube that, hey, I'm doing this charity event, just, take a little bit of money out from my AdSense and just directly send it to OpenHand or whatever. YouTube doesn't give a shit. They'll tell you, here's your full money. You do what you have to do, dog. We're not getting involved. So this isn't even including money that should be sent over. This is just Tiltify raising cash. We haven't even touched the YouTube Twitch bits that Gerard would have to send over. Now, again, we are looking at a difference of a couple grand. So let's look at the golf tournament for 2021. So according to 2021, you got a couple gold sponsorships. So you got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you look at the pricing tier, once again, gold sponsorships are $6,500 each. So you're looking at 6, and that would come out to $39,000. You've also got titanium sponsorships. I don't know what a titanium sponsorship is, because if you look again, like right here, I don't see titanium. So I'm not...
Strange, that. So there's just an entire tier of sponsors that isn't even fucking listed. I didn't even pick up on that. Again, extremely fucking fishy. Why is there just an entire tier of sponsors that isn't even fucking listed? And how does that happen?
Not going to start assuming things, okay? Because clearly I'm not here to speculate. It's already bad enough with that $39,000 just with the gold, because if you add $39,000 to the current total, you're already over the revenue that is reported, okay?
Yeah, that's, oh. Yeah, that's... Again, not looking good. Already with this number, apparently we're already going over the initially reported revenue here. Like, fuck.
That's bad, okay? That is unaccounted for, according to their events. So the player sponsorships, again, I don't know if they're actually billing for, just single players or event supporters because they have branding showed, but that's a few $100s, okay? Already, we're over, so it's not worth it. The diamond sponsorship is $8 grand each. So you've got Cormark and you've got PBD West, which, as far as I understand, that's like Charles Khalil's company, so I don't know if they're paying to their own foundation for their branding, but anyways.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Like, I don't know, I just find that to be a little bit weird. Like, they're just sponsoring themselves? Like, I get that, like, some people kind of, like, say that as, like, a joke or whatever, but, like, they're, like, apparently just unironically sponsoring themselves. Okay. I mean, go off, I guess.
You're looking at $16,000, okay? This is $8 grand each. So again, diamond, 8,000. We see two, $16,000. You've got one platinum sponsorship from Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling, which is alone $7,500, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, adding all of that up, we are looking at, again, $62,500, all right? So...
And then adding all of that, again, it's already going over the fucking, initial total that was apparently declared. So all of this money from these sponsors just isn't even accounted for. What the fuck happened to it? What the fuck happened to it? That is a lot of money that is just straight up going fucking nowhere. And apparently we still haven't even gotten into the Twitch and YouTube money. Oh my god. Well, again, we're gonna have to leave that number up to you guys to figure out, to watch on your own time. Because right now, what we are going to do is actually, for a brief moment, hang on, for a brief moment, what we are going to do is... What we are going to do is take a small break, and then I will come back and we will do a little bit of gaming. We're going to have some fun doing that. But for right now, I am going to... why does this say starting soon? That's not what I want. I have to put please wait up in there. Jesus Christ. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to take a short break here. I need to grab something to drink because my throat feels like fucking sandpaper. Or at least it's starting to feel like that right now. So I'm going to grab myself a drink, and then we're going to get into some gaming. So, I will be right back in just a few minutes. I'll be seeing you. Alright, I am back. I can only hope it's Faith, but I don't mind if it isn't. Unfortunately, nah, it's not Faith. It'll probably have to be for a later stream. Because, yes, I am in fact aware that I still need to go through and get a couple endings. In, you know, Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. But, anyways, we are now right back. And we have ourselves a, game here that someone has been begging, pleading for me to play. So, we're gonna play this for a little bit. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Thank you! Where is it? There it is. Oh! Oh, okay. Thank you. Most done with my Transformers Earthspark Expedition video. Sweet. Probably be checking that out when that happens. Alright, anyways, fuck. That is... is general volume. Thank you. Okay, Well, I mean, this game is fucking Spooky's House of Jump Scares. I would want the jump scares on. Alright, anyways, yes, this is a game that someone has been, fucking asking me to play for at least, the better part of a week by now. And we're gonna play it, mainly because it just seems like a really funny game. Music sort of reminds me of Luigi's Haunted Mansion. I wouldn't be surprised if that is part of the inspiration here. Anyways, new game. Animated version of the original Jump Scare Mansion. I haven't even played the original, but yeah, let's just go into the mansion. Let's have some fun here. I already got an achievement to start off with. I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm glad to be here. I am loving the sensitivity right off the bat. I'm loving it. Oh, fuck! Hi. You live in this fucking place? How many? Don't you fucking live here? Okay, thanks! Alright, there's a run button here. That's fucked up. Alright, already I'm getting some Doors vibes from... I'm killing myself. Cough, cough, thug. Yeah, pretty much. 1,000. Damn, she lived like this. Yeah, Doors was inspired by this game? Alright, yeah. That's what I thought. I'm ashamed of myself that fucking got me. I'm... Go straight to hell. Yes. This is by far the pinnacle of comfort. Can I open these? No? Ah, yes. The dark skies? Yeah, you could tell this place looks like Florida. I want to head pat her. Your hand would probably go through. It looked like a ghost. Let's see here. Alright, so far. Ah, yes, we got another one of these hallways. Okay, am I gonna get jumped again? No? Okay, thanks. Oh. I'm not... Excuse me? You know what, I'll just keep moving. Go screw yourself. At first, this place just seemed cute, but I've been here for days now. I'm feeling quite parched now, and I keep getting this feeling like I'm being watched by something. This is not romantic. Were you planning on trying to fucking... like, get some game with a ghost? I'm not sure if that's how that... Okay, I thought for a second there that... I'm a fucking moron, man. The ominous torchlight is... Really? Yes. Can I take this candle? No? I can go fuck myself? Okay. What in the fuck is this amusement park queue line shit? Fuck is this? Thank you. Desert Bus is playable on Steam Deck, but why would you want to? I guess if you really, really felt like giving yourself no more reasons to live, I guess you could just throw on Desert Bus for the Steam Deck. Yes, I'm loving the art decoration around here. What is this a Van Gogh? Is this a Van Gogh? Is this a Da Vinci? Is this a Picasso that I'm looking at? got another note here. What do we got? I know something is following me, but I feel like I'm prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove that I'm making progress in reaching some destination. I just hope I don't run out of ink. I'm dreadfully thirsty. Yeah, well, that's unlucky. I thought that was a pug. I'm not sure what it was, man. Oh, we got bunk beds up in this shit? Hell yeah! Ink, not quite. Okay, you know what? Previously I was going to make a joke about you just drinking the ink. I didn't think that that's what you were going to do. I don't think drinking it was a very romantic idea. What is with this man in fucking romance? Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it as much as the next guy, but like, my brother in Christ, shut up. Oh, we got another long hallway here, boys. We got another amusement park queue line here. Motherfucker! Yeah. If I leave notes, she might spare but a crumb for me. Oh. That doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, unlucky. Oh. We're doing this! Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, something tells me something's coming. Ah, yes, the heresy layer of hell, my favorite! You know what? I'm gonna take the branching path. Fuck you! Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yes, what is this one? I'm gonna call this one Lord of Madness. Or Lord of Chaos, whatever the fuck that ending is. Okay, who the fuck is breathing down my neck right now? Jesus. I found something today to satisfy my unromantic thirst. I awoke today from a brief faint and found before me a bottle of red wine. I'm not sure what brand or year, for there is no label. All I can gather is that it tastes strongly metallic. That's not wine, that's blood! Found you unrecommended, loved your channel name, lol subbed. Alright, welcome aboard, man. Alright, here we go. Ah, yes, this looks like a hallway to get jumped in. Hi! I fucking knew you would show up, bitch! I swear to God, if I get jumped in this hallway, too! Oh boy, it's coming! No? Never mind! Oh, it's gonna happen here! Oh, I just feel it! I just feel it. Something's gonna flip right up. Nope, okay. I was wrong 3 times in a row. Fuck! Choices, choices. Which one? Which one? Which one? You know what? Here we go. Oh, come on, this game doesn't rely on jump scares, Sanity. That Doesn't fill me with much confidence. Oh boy, we got another note. What does it say? I don't think that was wine. No shit! It took you that long to figure out? This metallic taste isn't wine. How fucking stupid is this man? Okay, I'm sorry, hang on. I have to shut down the... I was not expecting some funky pause music. I was not expecting some funky-ass pause music. Holy shit. That's a vibe. Oh, am I gonna get jumped again? Oh, I'm definitely getting jumped. No? Never mind. Oh, I'm gonna get jumped in here, aren't I? Oh, you've got me fucked right up. Alright, number 37. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Number 38. Oh, I know something's coming here. No. Every fucking time I say, oh, something's gonna show up, never fucking does. God. Might as well just stop fucking trying to guess, I guess, at this point. The skeleton appears. I don't even have anything clever to say about this one. This one just straight up looks like a fucking psych ward. I'm sorry. Only 960 more rooms to go. Fun! Drown yourself. I know that something is going to be showing up at some fucking point. It's going to show up at number 50. That's usually how it goes, right? It just shows up at number 50. I mean, it's 5 more rooms until probably some sort of, like, boss fight happens. Oh, you've got me fucked right up. Oh, we got 3 different fucking doors here. Nah, shut up, there ain't nothing showing up. I know how these fucking games work. I've played Doors. I know how this shit works. Something's gonna happen at number 50. Something's gotta happen at number 50. A giant enemy spider appears. This place has, one hell of an atmosphere. What do we got here? Aha. Yes. Yes, another glimpse into the heresy layer of hell. You gotta love it. Oh. Okay, I'll just be dead honest. This is not what I expected. Not what I expected. Hello. Hi. I'm gonna call you Fred. Oh, you get to save after 50 rooms. Okay, again, not what I expected. Alright, game is saved. Down. Down? Welcome to the safe room where it's safe and nothing bad happens. Yeah, sure. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, dear God in heaven. Yep. That was a pleasant noise to listen to. That was a real pleasant noise to listen to. Oh, I love the appearance of this door. This makes me feel like I'm about to actually go into a fucking laboratory. Dear God in heaven, where are we going? Oh, wow, we're just straight up in a medieval torture dungeon! Ah, yes, yes. Ah, yes, I love the view of this place. I know something's gonna show up here. Come on. Come on, give it to me! No? Fuck! Am I hearing whispering? And if so, what are the whisper- Fuck. Okay, something's gotta show up around here. Something's definitely showing up around here. No? I can go fuck myself? What the fuck was that noise? That noise does not- No, I don't like that noise. No, we're not gonna move past that. What the fuck? Can I? No. Nah! Nah, I know a boss room when I see one! I know a boss room when I see one! Spouting, splashing, soaking, innards, ingest, invoking, nailing, never stops of choking. No! Moving! Please, kind sir, have some fucking mercy on me. Is it done? Is he done? Whatever the fuck any of that was, what the fuck? You like the love glove from Adventure Time? I don't think I was a fan of whatever the fuck just happened. I was not expecting a Seek chase sequence to happen right there, but thanks. Thanks, game. At least that's over. Something tells me that that's probably gonna be the least of my fucking worries down here. Mama fucker! So far, the music in this game, pretty sweet. Fucking loving it. Alright, what's behind door number 1? Alright, good, it's unlocked. He doesn't know. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure I know full well that it's only gonna get worse from here. So would recommend listening to... Really? We're doing this again? Really? Jesus fuck. I was not expecting him to show up for round fucking 2. Son of a bitch. Ah yes, another glimpse into hell right there. Alright, what do we got? What does it say? I don't know how much longer I can go, and I haven't seen any of my previous notes, so that means I'm either getting somewhere or someone is taking them. No, I think what... I don't know what the fuck is actually happening, good sir. I think at this point I'm just as lost as you. You have the feeling he'll show up for more? Jesus fucking Christ, I swear to God. Hooray. Keep a little pep in your step. My brother in Christ, you sent a gel creature after me! Anyways, room 100! We're a tenth of the way through! Oh my god. I will say, pretty good so far. I was not expecting any of that. I was 100% not expecting any of that shit. Oh god, it was... Alright, better ingredients, better pasta than the power of Home Depot. The scariest thing in this game, you may turn it off. No, we're staying. No, we're staying on this flesh panopticon looking motherfucker. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying laughing. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, I will in fact say, I might actually end the stream. Might actually end the stream right here. We've reached 100 rooms. And I will definitely be coming back to this. This is actually pretty fun. Like, that is some just genuine stupid fun. I love it. I'm a big fucking fan. But, I think what we will do... What we will do... is we will call it here. Rather play Redfall or Desert Bus. I think I'd just rather just stand in front of an oncoming semi-truck. Day was fun. Bye, everyone. Yeah. That's gonna be it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, especially to a lot of the new faces around here who've decided to stop by. Thank you very much. Hopefully you'll be sticking around for any future streams I decide to do, as well as future content that I plan to pull out. By the way, I will in fact say stay right now. I do have a Discord server. It does exist. You guys can go ahead and join it if you haven't done so already. That's where progress updates as well as just new content is announced right there. You'll pretty much get... At least I try to be very up-to-date on, when my stuff actually comes out. And of course, I do in fact have a big project coming out, hopefully at some point soon. Perhaps at some point maybe before this year ends. If not, then probably hopefully early next year, because it's going to be a fucking big one. So, prepare thyselves for that one. But anyways, that's going to do it for the stream. Again, thank you guys for stopping by. Hopefully you guys have an absolutely fantastic... Figured it out. I've been here since the Illuminati drama, just never commented. Ah, okay, gotcha. So you're a bit of a long timer. Alright, I respect it. But, yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's stream. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys whenever I see you, whether that's within a video or within another live stream. So, yeah, everybody out there, take good care of yourselves. And I will see you guys next time.